Do you grow any grains?
No, but I'm going to grow rice here next year just to show I can.
Right.
I could, but it's just, for me it's labor intensive to try to harvest it. I don't have equipment, so I'd have to, hand cut it and throw it in the air to get the chaff. So it's just for what it costs to get, not worth my trouble to do. So it's just not efficient. But I'm sure I could grow fine grain here.
You've already said that you only use heirloom seeds. What are heirloom seeds?
Heirloom seeds are plants that bear seed after their own kind. Another name for them is open pollinated. And they have not been changed by hybridization or by genetically modified. So they're original as God created it and will continue for the rest of their life producing seed after their own kind. And that's critical.
So is that like, I don't know, like the corn over there?
Yeah, the corn.
That'll grow its own seed. You put it back down.
That corn, if you dry the ear, that dried corn will produce that same corn again, continuously.
Okay, well, this person's getting early blight and septroia on her tomato plants in South Carolina. And even with the wood chips down, this is still happening. Is there anything else that she could do to...
Stop watering the foliage. It's all, blights and funguses are always water transferred. So when you water the plants, just water the ground, don't get it in the foliage, keep your plants dry.
When first starting covering with wood chips, do you add compost on top and then rake it in? Or do you wait until all the wood chips break down some and then put in more compost?
No, add whenever it becomes available and convenient.
So is there any harm in putting more than 6 inches of wood chips down?
In a garden space, just because you have to move it initially to get back to the soil, it'd just be labor intensive to have more than 4 inches. But in a place we have established plants such as blueberries or raspberries or trees, 2 feet would be no problem. No limit what you can put down.
So like if we had an orchard like yours, and then we could just all the way up the whole trunk of the tree, just
load it on, and then like I say, put it 6 inches 11 years ago, and I've had 11 years of support with no addition. So that was a major investment. That was really awesome.
Here it says, I know your opinion of greenhouses, but what is your take on cold frames? And what is a cold frame? Because I don't know.
Cold frame is where they just put like a plastic something over the ground to keep it warm. It's okay initially, but eventually get that off if you want to get nutrition. Because you have to have direct sun to have photosynthesis. And if you have anything blocking out the direct sun, you're going to impact the quality of your food.
But that would be okay to get like an early start on.
Get an early start, yeah, that's fine. But eventually get it off so you get direct sunlight.
That's what they're saying, is that they're in zone 5, and winters are very cold.
It'll help you get up stuff, and you give you a jump start. But when the sun comes out, get that top off, get direct sunlight.
People who don't have access to wood chips or don't think they have access to wood chips, is straw okay?
Yeah, straw's wonderful.
I know you're always saying anything
that grows, any live organic material will break down and turn back to dirt. It's just how it's made.
But you don't prefer, not prefer, but you would, sawdust isn't really acceptable.
Green. So things that have green are going to make really rich soil. Things that don't have green are going to be, have less to return.
And how often do you spread the compost from your chicken?
Every fall.
Every fall?
That's the best time to apply, ideally, is that's when God does in nature, is the fall, because then you get all the rain going through it, releasing the compost to you. So it's just and again, the fall is, your garden's done, you're not doing it in the garden, so it's available, the space is available, so it's just a convenient time.
Do you do any kind of like canning or preserving other than the cold room that you have?
No, because when you can food, you lose 95% of the food value. You bring it to high temperature, kill everything, you pour the water off where all the nutrition is, you pour that off, and so what you have left is just dead, totally sterile food. So it's the most non-productive way to preserve food. The finest way is to dry it. When you dry food, you maintain 95% of the food value. So drying is the best way to preserve food.
Do you dry food?
Yep. Yeah, my kids love it. I have tons of apples, but they love dried apples. It's like chips, and they're just their favorite. So whether it's even good or not, it's just they enjoy just the texture and the convenience, and just how nice they are to use. And so we do it just because they like it.
Do you use like a special dehydrator, or I mean, is there a certain brand that you're
my
partial
wife
to,
has
or
them. I
just?
don't really know what it is because I don't pay attention. I eat all apples, fresh, so I don't eat the dry ones, so I don't pay attention to that.